Hi guys, I wanted to show you how I've been using my personal planner, which is an undated Rhodia perpetual planner that I set up last March. So I've been using it for about 9 months now, and I'm really enjoying it. So I have it in this beautiful cover, which uses Mina Perhonen fabrics. You probably recognize this as the tambourine design that is currently in the Hobonichi covers lineup, but is sold out. So it's in a different color, and it also has this other Mina Perhonen fabric on the top, and I absolutely love this combination. And this comes from a shop called Sakura Handcrafted, which I'll leave linked down below. It's an Etsy shop from Hong Kong, and they make all kinds of different Mina Perhonen covers using real Mina Perhonen fabric and in Hobonichi style. So it's a really great way that you can get more Hobonichi covers with Mina Perhonen fabrics if that's what you're into. And I just have some charms on here that kind of reflect my lifestyle. This one says my birthstone is a coffee bean, and then there's one with the moon phases. So I don't have anything in the pockets right now because I switched the covers out quite a bit, and I didn't want to have to transfer too much from cover to cover. And then I just decorated this with my word for the year, which was calm. Didn't go so well, but you can always try. And like I said, this is an undated planner, so I just put some stickers on here to indicate that this runs from 2021 to 2022. So it's effectively like a spring cousin, and it actually works quite well because I can switch this over at the same time as I switch over to my new cousin. This was an index, and I decided to cover it up with a 2021 calendar because I didn't need the index. So these monthly stickers are from an Etsy shop, which I will leave linked down below if I can find it, and it's the 2021 calendar year. So I just put most of the year on here, starting with April because that's when I started this planner. And I put the first 3 months of 2021 on here because I didn't really need these, but I didn't want to throw them away. And then I just covered the rest of it with washi so that you couldn't see any of the lines from the pre-printed index spread. Then you have this yearly vertical spread, which is really cool because it's like the vertical spread that you get in Hobonichi's and Leuchtturm and a few other planner brands. And I really like this planner because even though it's undated, it gives you some spreads to work with. So it's kind of like a cross between a bullet journal and a pre-printed dated planner. So it starts in January, and because I started this planner at the end of March, I started using it here, and then I decided to use this for the first 2 months of 2022. And I was originally using this to mark off particular events like holidays, trips away, if I was doing a course or had a conference, any kind of big events. But as time went on, I stopped using it so much, and so you can see October, November, and December are pretty blank except for some holidays that I had filled in when I first set up the planner. So I think I'll probably just put some stickers on here so that it doesn't look so empty. And then the first 2 months of 2022, likewise, I ended up not really finding this very useful. Then after that, you get another pre-printed spread, which again starts in January. So I ended up covering up these dates. It actually had dates printed on it in English and French, and I covered them up with stickers just to make them look more fun because the theme of this is colorful, stickerated paradise. It's my personal planner. If you've seen my work planner, you know that it's very dry, very serious. It's just pencil and paper, no decorations at all. And so I wanted this to be the exact opposite because this is one half of my core planning system, the other half being the work planner, which is in my Hobonichi cousin. And so they're kind of like two sides of a coin. One of them is very, very functional and not at all decorative. And this one is still functional, and I use it for all of my personal to-dos, as you'll see, but it is still also very decorative. And I really wanted that to be at the forefront. So every time I could sticker something, I did. But because these stickers had to cover up the months that were pre-printed on it, I used the same months and followed the same format. So in retrospect, I should have put like some bigger box stickers here and then put the dates on so that I could redate this and have this running from April till March 2021 to 22, but I didn't think of that at the time. So I made these the last few months that I'll be using this planner. So this is 2022, and then this is where it started, April 2021. And you can see that I just had some more fun with stickers mostly. And again, I wrote down things that were coming up on those months, reminders and particular events that were happening. So you can see that between these two spreads, there's a lot of overlap. And I think that's why I ended up not using this so much, because I felt like I didn't really need both of them. And this one has a bit more room, so I quite liked that. But then again, as you can see here, November and December are pretty empty because I just stopped using them. So I think I'll try again for the first couple of months of 2022. I did already put some things on here, like change carbon filters and worm medicine for the dogs, but I'll see if there's anything else that I can think of that needs to go on here, because I like the idea of having this space for forward planning, as it's quite easy to get to. It's right at the beginning of the planner, you know exactly where it is, and it's good for things that I might otherwise forget, because I can just go here and in quite a small box I can see, okay, replace charcoal filters, worm medicine, all right, because those are the types of things that I tend to forget when I need to do them. So this is how I started off using the planner in March. It was the end of March 2021 that I first set this up. So it does start at a kind of random time, because I all of a sudden had this flash of inspiration that I wanted to try out this planner. Beforehand, I had always used a Hobonichi Weeks as my personal planner since 2016. And so I really liked that layout where you have the week on one page and then you have blank gridded space on the other page. And the problem with the weeks was that I felt like I didn't have enough room to stickerate it, and I realized that I really wanted to be able to stickerate my personal planner. And with the weeks, obviously lots of people stickerate their weeks, you can stickerate them, but because it's so small, I felt like a lot of the stickers that I wanted to use were too big for it. And it also got very lumpy. So I started off 2021 with Hobonichi Weeks that I set up in a very similar way, and I wanted to be able to use all of these kinds of stickers, and I found that it got incredibly lumpy. And because it's this narrow vertical size, I felt like it started to be hard to write on even with a pencil board, and I just didn't enjoy the feel of it with the stickers. And so when I found this, I felt like this was perfect, because it's exactly the same layout that I was used to from the weeks, but it's an A5 size and the paper is thicker, so it takes stickers very well. It's also really fountain pen friendly. It's great paper. It's Rhodia, and they are extremely good with fountain pens. But because it's thicker, I think it's maybe 90 GSM. It doesn't bulk up so much when you fill it with stickers, so it just doesn't get as lumpy, and it's easy to write on compared to the weeks. And it just was my personal preference, so I've been really, really happy with this, and I want to stick with it as my personal planner because it ticks all of the same boxes that the weeks does, but it also lets me use stickers. And you know, sometimes I can use really big stickers like this, which makes me very happy. Another really cool feature that this has is that the bottom right corners of the pages are perforated, so you can tear them off when you get to the end of the week, and it makes it a really easy way that you can find where you are in the planner without having to use a bookmark. Obviously I've got this in a cover that has bookmarks, so I've kind of doubled up here on being able to find where I am, but I really like this feature because it's a very nice soft back, smooth faux leathery cover that looks nice on its own as well. So if you use it without a cover, then it's convenient to have this so that you can instantly find your spot without having to use a bookmark. How I've been using it, as you can see, is basically just filling it with stickers. And I went ahead and predated the entire year using all kinds of different date covers and washi and stickers. And something that I really wanted to be able to have is the Jewish calendar as well as the Gregorian calendar. And so I got these Jewish calendar stickers from an Etsy shop based in the UK that I'll leave linked down below. And then I put washi on to cover some things that it has, like here, you can probably see through this because this washi is quite faint. It has this pre-printed monthly calendar up at the top here, which at first I thought might be useful because you can circle what day you are on the month and you can use it for tracking and all kinds of other things. But I ended up not really using it, so I just decided to cover them up with washi and make it even more colorful. So I've basically used this pretty much the same way all year. I use the left-hand side for to-dos that I want to do on a particular day, and also for something that is scheduled to happen on a particular day, like if I have a Happy Mail delivery scheduled or if there's an appointment. So typically I keep all of my appointments in my cousin because most of my appointments are work related, and so it's helpful if I need to schedule a new appointment that I know everything that's happening that is time bound, so that I don't have to look between two different planners. So any appointments that I put in here are really just a bonus because they'll also be in my cousin. But sometimes I like to do it so that I can use stickers because I have all of these fun stickers. And so that was kind of part of the point of having an A5 personal planner, so that I could put lots of stickers in them. So I put in things like if, you know, there was an election, let's say if I had to vote, this was the London mayor election, when new Netflix shows are coming out, anything that's not work related, I put in here. And on this side, I use for whatever is necessary that week. So sometimes it can be a list of things to do that I have to do at some point during the week, but I don't know exactly when. Sometimes it's a shopping list, sometimes it's a packing list, like here because we were going to Wales. I also used trackers for a while, so I was putting the trackers here. Sometimes it will end up being kind of a mix of things. So these were some to-dos that had to happen sometime during the week, and then this was a shopping list. So I really just use this as a free-for-all. Sometimes I have to do some calculations, and so I'll do them on here. Sometimes there are multiple shopping lists. Sometimes I use stickers to remind myself what to do. Sometimes I just write a list. So like here I had to do some calculations, and so I just wrote them on here. So it's really just a blank canvas that I can do whatever I want to. And I really like that. So I find it really convenient having the time-based stuff on this side and then the weekly stuff on this side. That's something from the weeks that I really liked. I wanted to keep. I also put the week numbers at the top, and by this I don't mean the actual week numbers as in the first week of January being week 1. I mean how many weeks I've been using this planner, because at the beginning I was kind of worried that maybe I wouldn't keep up with this, and I'm sure that this is a feeling that a lot of planner addicts can relate to. You set up a new planner, you put in all the stickers, it's all ready, and then after like a week or two you're like, I don't like this, I don't think this is working for me. So I was kind of nervous about that happening at the beginning because it was a new, uncharted planner for me. It was an experiment. And so I was just curious to see how many weeks I'd been using it for. And so I just labeled the whole year. And at the moment, I'm on week 41, just going into week 42. So I'm quite pleased with myself because this has actually turned out to work really well. So here's an example of when I was trying to use this as a sort of monthly overview. So Passover was here, and then I was doing a Coptic course here, and so I circled some important dates here, and I thought that maybe that would be useful. Like while I was on the week, I'd also have a little month at a glance, but it turned out not to be useful. So that was why I just decided to cover it up. But I think that that is a useful feature that might potentially be something that someone using this planner might want to use. And as you can see, I've had lots of fun with decorative stickers as well as functional stickers. So at some point I started using these TV stickers, which I think come from the Grumpy Tortoise Co. Etsy shop in the UK, and I will try to leave that link down below as well, to label TV shows that I wanted to watch. And so sometimes I would find something new on Netflix and I would think, oh, I'd like to watch that, and then forget about it. And so I thought, like, well, if I keep focused, then I can try to like finish the TV shows that I start on Netflix. I had this failed experiment to chart my vegetable and fruit consumption, but as you can see, that didn't work. So I got very enthusiastic and I put it over many weeks, and then I ended up not following through. Most of the stickers that I'm using come from the UK Etsy shop Happy Cutie Studio, which I really love, and I will link that down below. And when you buy this planner, it comes with the days of the week printed on it. And I covered them up because, like I said, I wanted to be able to use stickers. I really just used whatever I had. These are some Happy Planner alphabet stickers. When I had stickers for the weekdays, I would use those, and then I ran out of them, and then I started using alphabet stickers from all different alphabet sticker packs. So it's a little bit eclectic, it's a bit messy, and I've already set up my 2022-23 edition of this planner, which I'll switch over to in the spring. And for that, I have a more regularized system where I'm just using stickers from a couple of different Etsy shops, and I'm really happy with that look because it's a bit tidier and more organized. But I like this one where it's just, you know, kind of a bit chaotic because it's very colorful and every week is a little bit different. So I also put monthly stickers at the top, and those are from the Happy Planner from various different value packs. And then I would cover up the weekdays that were already printed with stickers, either with the weekly stickers themselves or with something else. So you can see the first week when I wasn't really sure what my routine would be like, you can still see the originals there. And I found these kind of confusing because they're printed above the day. So I kept thinking somehow that like this was Monday, but actually this was Monday, and it was throwing me off. So I just decided that I had to cover those up, and that it would make more sense to cover them up with stickers anyway, because I wanted this planner to be happy and colorful. But it is nice that you have it pre-printed so that you're not just dealing with a complete blank page like you would be in a bullet journal. Some weeks I used it more than others, and so you can see that where I set up these stickers ahead of time, sometimes I just left them blank, and I kind of stressed about that, and then I decided that it was okay because this just reflects my life. So I put some vellum in a few different places, again, just for fun. The first place that I put in a vellum sheet was at the beginning of the Jewish New Year, which starts sometime in September, October, depending on the year. This year it was near the beginning of September, and so I put that in as a kind of visual marker of where the new Jewish year started. And then I put another sheet of vellum in to mark the beginning of the Gregorian year, which is this week. So I have these two divisions here that I can relatively easily flip to and find if I want to. So you can see some weeks are pretty busy, and sometimes they involve plans, other times they involve things like this list of the Netflix series, The Movies That Made Us, that we were trying to decide which ones to watch. So I just made a list of all of the different ones so that we could see it here. Basically, my goals with this planner are for it to contain all of my non-work related planning and to also be happy and fun. And so I feel like I can do anything in this planner. I don't have to worry about, you know, using a particular theme or having it look a particular way. As long as it's happy and colorful, then I feel like my work is complete. Sometimes if I get a sticker as part of an order or something, I'll just put it on here, even if it isn't that aesthetically pleasing. Like this one, which came with my new phone, I just put it on here so that it wouldn't have to go in the bin, and it's kind of a reminder of when I got my new phone. And because there's quite a bit of space in here, I feel like that's very much something that I can easily do. So this is where I am at the moment. I've got another 3 months left in this planner, and you can see that I just stickerated it up until the very end. And it has a few notes pages in the back, which I've used for various things like passwords that I wanted to remember. And when we were looking at flats, because we were moving, I wrote down some details about the different flats that we were considering and all that kind of stuff. So it's good to have just a few notes pages, and I feel like that's all I need because, like, let's be honest, I have like 50 million other planners that I use for various things. So I don't really need a lot of notes pages in my personal planner. It's nice to have a few. And I'm just really happy with how this is working, and I am looking forward to switching over to my nice new fresh one in the spring. So I hope that you enjoyed this. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!